Hi there, thanks a lot for staying with us here on Prime Morning. It's time for us to get into News Flash. It is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, folks, Papa Pafie, Kowa Natural Fruit Juice, also here with us this morning. I'll tell you more about these brands and, well, if you want to get a new phone today, as we speak right now, if you want to change your phone or get a new one, Franco Trading Enterprise has got the best of phones for you. If you want a Nokia, if you want iPhone, if you want Samsung, all you have to do is to walk into any of our branches here in Accra and other regions as well, and you're going to be taken very good care of. Franco Trading Enterprise has got all the appliances that you need in terms of your air conditionings, your CCTV cameras, your televisions, your microwaves, your blenders. If you need any of that, you might just walk into any of our branches and you'll be sorted out. Don't forget that you can also download the app. Is the Franco Trading app, which is on Google Play Store. You can just download it and you're good to go. You can also go to our website. It's www.francotrading.com, and you can get all the updates and all the gadgets that we have in store for you. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phones, the best that you can ever get, quality guaranteed, and of course customer service top notch as well. And do not pick any numbers on social media to do business with us. Always try as much as possible that you collect those numbers from either on our website or when you download the app. You're good to go. Franco Trading Enterprise, still folks, Papa Pafie. If you're going out today and you're doing a lot, you want to rest, you want to take a breather, and you want to make sure you quench your thirst, please do well and make it Kowa Natural Fruit Juice. It's the best on the market right now as we speak. A lot of people are making sure that they get to have their family and friends and loved ones, so all of them drinking Kowa Natural Fruit Juice. It's healthy and it's good for you, and every single one that you buy goes a long way to impact the lives of cocoa farmers out there, because it's original, it's traditional, and it's made from cocoa. And so please go ahead and enjoy the very best of it. And whilst you are at it, always don't forget that you do right step by step. Kowa Natural Fruit Juice is what you need as you go about your daily activity today. And we'd like to say a big thank you to these brands, Kowa Natural Fruit Juice, and of course Franco Trading Enterprise, for bringing us News Flash here on Prime Morning. We're going to be getting into two things. Basically, we'll look at the front page of the newspapers as always. Check out what the newspapers are reporting this morning. And then today happens to be the by-election in Ayawaso East. We'll bring you all the update on that. We're going to be looking at it. Baba Jamal stands a 75% chance of winning that election according to Global InfoAnalytics. We'll be looking at that. What are the chances of Abali? We'll be looking at that also here on the show as well. You can send us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Your predictions as well. You can just also, share them with us. Our WhatsApp line is active. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can also share your thought with us. So if you're in Ayawaso East this morning, you can send us a message and let us know how the whole place is looking at. But of course, our people are going to be on the ground. Sheila will be joining us from there to bring us some updates on what's happening with regards to the elections, the by-elections in Ayawaso East. And so, yes, stay with us here on the show, here on Prime Morning, and we're going to get into all of those that we're going to be talking about pretty shortly. Now, the newspapers are here. I've got a few of them, so let me run through, and then we'll get it going. My guest joining me here in the studio, and then we can have a conversation. We'll start off with the Daily Graphic this morning, and Daily Graphic this morning says government can now issue domestic bonds, DDEP induced restriction lapses. And rectify an African Court protocol, you have nothing to fear, President Mahama to African leaders. No plan, no cash bill to tighten fiscal discipline, upon Nkrumah says so. And that's the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning. Away from that, the Chronicle is here, and it says that premix managers enforce financial discipline. 545,000 Ghana cedis accounted for in the central region, as captured by the Chronicle this morning. Shell retailer confirms fuel contamination at Atimpoku, and Tonto Chrome you've denied alleged mine pits collapse in town. That's also captured by the Chronicle, and that pretty much will be the front page of the Chronicle this morning. You can grab a copy and read all about it. Now let's look at the new finder, and it says banks record 15 billion Ghana cedis profit in 2025. Page 9 has got a story on that. And Ghana's monetary policy must be gradual, data-driven. And the NPP assures Ghanaians of adequate fuel stocks amid Middle East tensions. And that's the new finder. Weak revenue, rising wage bill pose fiscal risk. Bank of Ghana says so. And then the last one for me will be the Economy Times. And it says Bahamas industrial hub vision gains momentum as agribusiness reforms signal economic renaissance. And Ghana announces sweeping reforms to generate 127 tons of artisanal gold annually. And Cocoa Board Deputy CEO appointment, rebuttal dismisses conflict of interest, and he claims as baseless. So that's the Economy Times this morning reporting on the front page. That pretty much will be the newspapers for us today here on the show. And as I indicated earlier, we're looking at two major issues this morning, which is, of course, the Ayawaso East by-elections, and also we'll be taking our attention to the minority parties in terms of the other parties that also forms part of this democracy that we've all built for ourselves over the years. We want to see the impact that they are also making in terms of what they bring to the table, and also being a responsible opposition as well. That conversation is also coming up, and what a better way to do that here this morning. And like we always do on Tuesdays, I've got very distinguished women in this space and in this country who have done a lot, contributed a lot, and ensuring that they also stand for women with that regard, becoming flag bearers and presidential candidates for different parties, and also ensuring that they contribute to the development of this nation. So joining me this morning here in studio is the one and only Asana Nabla. She's here with me this morning, flag bearer for PMP. She was supposed to have been here a couple of weeks back, but she couldn't make it. But it's good to see you this morning. How are you doing?
I'm so fine. Today I'm okay.
Great.
I'm also excited that Agrada is coming out.
Yes.
I was so hurt when I heard the number of years they slapped on her, because the way when women do something that is not right, the way they are treated, if we were to treat men equally, even with the court, today we won't be here. When a woman does something, even the court is so harsh and hostile towards her than any other thing. So I was hurt when I heard that they were going to give her a lesser sentence. I thought that was right. Agrada has served her 10. She's coming out. It's time for rehabilitation. I've heard a lot of people say that, oh, why should he come out? Especially men saying all these things. Those men, I have this for them. Your colleague men who are also into those things, and they are doing it and they are still doing it, what do you have to say? Is it because she's a woman? You think women are less of human beings? When a woman is in a situation, you will see a whole lot of people hitting left and right at her. The person who is hitting has committed even more worse offenses than the woman she's hitting on. So I think that it is very disgraceful to those men who sat on, who got media platforms, and they use it to castigate a woman who have gone to serve her sentence. She's coming out to contribute to society. And I think that with Agrada, we should all be there to be able to mold, because she loves God, but the way she does it. So we can all decide now that she's coming back to help and mold. But as for those haters who hate women, you can see that a misogynistic person, when he speaks, you will know. So all those who were against Agrada, don't come out and blah, blah, blah. Your colleague men have committed worse offenses. You yourself, you have committed worse offense. And yet no one have done anything to you. And now it is Agrada's turn. You said we shouldn't listen. So I'm happy that Agrada is coming out. We are all here to support her ministry, to make sure that she does it the right way and not the way she was doing it. I know she loves God and she wants to work in the right distance. It is we who push her to do most of the things that she usually does, because the media like the things she usually does and they publish it. So she too, she got excited and she continued to just channel in that sector. But I hope that she will come out. She's coming out and she has turned a new leaf. Okay. And we are all there to support her.
Very well. Thank you very much. And I'm grateful for your time this morning here on the show. Also being joined by Nana Akosua Frimpong Sapong. She's presidential candidate for CPP, the party of Lawyer Janto's party. That we all want them to come back unitedly and, be an opposition for democracy that we are building here in this country. It's good to see you.
Wonderful to be here, and hi to all your numerous watchers and listeners across Ghana and elsewhere and everywhere. I'm also wonderful to be here.
Great.
And as usual, as for my sweetheart, she didn't spare the men at all.
Have we ever been spared? We've not been spared.
She didn't spare them 1 second. This I grabbed that thing and the men too. You have to find a way of connecting.
For us this morning. We have agreed. We'll be there to support her as well as men. Anyway, I'm grateful for your time this morning here on the show as well. Thank you so much. You can also join us the conversation this morning here on the show. Please do well and send your messages. Our WhatsApp line is active. We're streaming live on Facebook. I'm going to be reading your messages here on the show. It's the also East elections. And also, these are amazing women that are in the studios, are all representing a political party. We want to see them represent. We want to see them come, strong and in helping shape our nation as well. What do you make of them? You can also send your thoughts to us here on the show as well. I'm sure we're going to get into that conversation also. But Global InfoAnalytics has actually predicted that the also elections will go in favor of the NDC. In fact, they predicted a 75% win for the NDC candidate, which is Baba Jamal. And it was a latest survey that came up as at we're looking at Tuesday this morning, and then I think in a couple of weeks back, between this space, and it started from February till 2 days ago, and they sampled about 972 people in the voters in the constituency, and it's indicated that Baba Jamal has been projected to be winning that. These are how the figures are standing. It says 75.3% Honorable Baba Jamal. Baba Ali Yusuf of the NPP had 21.4%, and Omari Sanda Mohammed, the independent candidate, had 2.7%, and also 0.4% Ibrahim Idrisu, and David Kano had 0.2%. And so these are the percentages that each is having. Let me start off with you, Janet. You have spoken about Ayawasu East, and clearly you've stated your position and everything. Let's start from Global InfoAnalytics. 75% for Baba Jamal. Before we even get into the voters and what we are most likely going to be deciding on this morning.
Today I'm just going to be very blunt, especially with Global Info. And then the NPP. The NPP, to me, they look so weak.
NPP looks so weak.
Very, very, very weak. Their communication is weak. Everything of DS is very weak. When you look
this
at
is
them,
national or in terms of...
I'm talking about, like when you look at them nationally, they are very weak. Their communication lines, and then when you look at... You see, Global Info Analysis will never do this to NDC. Do you know why? These things. They will come in for him. Distance, they are not polls. Polls are cases. I'm telling you, look, when someone cases you and you accept the case, it
happens.
Global Info Analysis is not a polls dissing. He is somebody who cases. He has cased the NPP ever since he started with this instance. You see, when he cased Baba Jamal, he refused it. That is what happens in the spiritual realms. In the spiritual realms, when they curse you and you refuse to accept it and you say no, it will not stand. In the physical realms, your physical attitude portrays what happened in the spiritual realms. So even in the spiritual realms, if you accepted it and you wake up, let's say you dreamt and you said, I reject it, it will not come to pass. But the NPP have accepted cases from Global Info Analysis, and it is having so much effect. on them. You know, how can you 75%?
That's huge.
That's very
but that place is an NDC.
I know. And we also know the trouble that is in that zone. We know. Because they will come and tell you that, oh, come together and blah, blah, blah. But no matter what, if they are grudges, they are grudges. And people won't come out to tell you what they will do. But Global InfoAnalytics came out with this. And what he came out with, you know, when you call me on the phone, I will not know who you are supporting. And the government in power, I will try to say things in favor of him so that in case they are giving something, they will give it to me too. So people, his analysis are not usually accurate. The people that make info analysis accurate are the NPP. Your demeanor, your acceptance, make the information accurate. You understand? What he's doing is not accuracy. You call me on the phone to tell me who this is. Ghanaians will support the party in power, not because they like him, but because maybe they think there's some distribution of resources that will come. And you have my telephone number. If I support it and you give me some of the dissent, it doesn't mean this Global InfoAnalytics report is not usually accurate at all. It becomes accurate.
It did it for 2024 elections. It happened to the NPP.
I told you what the character of the NPP. They have been so weak. This is a political party that
they should have fought it. They should have told him he's lying. But
how can
some
you
people disagreed with him, but eventually whatever he predicted happened.
It is not true. Baba Jamal bullshitted whatever he brought out, and actually it worked in favor of him. You understand what I'm saying? So talking about polls have an effect, because when the polls comes out and then your communication is very weak, like the way the NPP, their communication is, silence. When silence comes, the people of Iowa East will say that the NPP, they know they are not winning. Even when the Global InfoAnalytics came out with their report, their information, their communication team, do you think if Global InfoAnalytics curses PMP, we will leave him? You guys, you will see something.
Okay, hold on for me. Let me go to Iowa East right now. Fatah, our correspondent, is there. Let's see what is happening this morning in Iowa East. Fatah, if you can hear me, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Great. What's the updates? What don't we know on the grounds right now?
So at the moment, underway maybe for the Iowa. In fact, about 130 polling stations are going to be holding this very crucial election. 5 individuals are eyeing one very important spot. They want to become the member of parliament for this constituency, which has been vacant for time at the moment. But the activity is quite bright. Almost across all of the constituencies, people heading to the polling stations to cast their ballots. But at the conduct class of schools, in fact, it's been very, very empty at the moment. If you can see behind me, the ET officials are still setting up the polling station with no, in fact, just one voter has come here so far. So it's been quite empty, but the ET officials tell me that they would be ready when the voters are ready. And it's been quite empty at the moment, and the EC officials, you see them arranging or setting up the polling stations for this election to commence here at the conduct class of schools. There are 2 polling stations here. About 1,004 people are expected to vote here. And one very important thing that I must talk about is the security arrangement, which has been very intense from the streets of Lima through to the Kanda area. Almost every vantage point has been taken over by these security officers who are here to ensure law and order. I have counted not less than 15 police officers stationed here at the conduct class of schools. I spoke to some of them who do not want to speak on record, but they say that they are here to ensure that the election is done seamlessly. So you see, some of them stationed at one of the polling stations, ensuring that, the process goes on well. Others are not in uniform, right? And they say that this is a strategy by the IDP to ensure that every single criminal activity that would want to emerge from here is spoiled even before it emanates into something serious. So that's been the situation here at the conduct class of schools.
All right. In terms of the candidates, have you spotted any of them there? What are they saying? What's the demeanor like?
As of now, I've not spotted any of the candidates, but I spoke with some of their supporters off record who simply said that today is their day and they're going to go all out to support their preferred candidate. Maybe in the next few minutes, in the next few hours, you'll begin to see them coming up from their residence to observe the process. And at that time, we will then begin to engage them about many of the issues that have emerged, since the NPP held its primaries, the NPP selected its candidate till now, and then we appreciate their own thoughts on this particular process as of now.
All right, per the EC arrangement, what are we looking at? What time are we starting? What time are we ending? What time are we likely going to be doing the counting and all that, if they have indicated any of that?
Yes, so I'm told that the process is supposed to start at 7 and then polls will close at 5. Yes, that's the information that I have gathered so far. And the issue officials, they came here as early as possible to set up the polling station. But because there are no people there, looks like there's some kind of laxity on the part of the issue officials themselves. You see, there's no one here, no voter here, no queues here. It's been quite empty as of now. I saw one person coming around, but she has left actually because the place looks so empty. I spoke to her. She doesn't want to speak to me on record, but says that she came to vote and to go to work. But then I cannot see her again. So it's been quite empty here at the standard class of schools. But maybe in other areas, I'm sure there's so much activity going on as far as this crucial election is concerned. So we will monitor all the developments here and we'll bring you blow-by-blow account of all the things that would unfold as far as this crucial IRC's by-election is concerned.
Very well. Thank you very much, Fatao, for that update. Fatao Bayaga joined us this morning, bringing us updates in Ayawaso East with regards to the by-elections. So, Janet, let you land and then I'll go to Nana as well. What you were on the floor before I interrupted. Pardon me for that.
So, to me, I think that the people of Ayawaso East
will make a decision as against what Global InfoAnalytics is saying. Would you believe that if this 75% works, it means that it's
it can be 57%. The turning of this in 75 is not 50. Look, it depends on the people that they have. I told you, my party, even though we are not contesting, I will not accept this from Global InfoAnalytics. And it's not because I don't like him or something, but it's because polls are curses. And my religion, which is Christianity, doesn't permit me to allow someone to curse me. And this is a curse. And if the NPP accept it, it will happen. But if they come out and debunk it, it will not happen. So all what I'm saying is that they have Global InfoAnalytics. It is NPP who have made him who he is. His polls only happen to the NPP. You know that it is the NPP that he gets accurate figures when it comes to them because they allow him. He gets, but when he took it to NDC, they refused it, and it did not work. So it is good that things of this nature as a political party, the way the NPP have become so dormant, and even their communicators, when you listen to them, I hear them talk about they are apologizing to Ghanaians. You are apologizing for what? When I heard it, the thing made me, so I said, are these people under a spell? Who did this to them? Because we are all in opposition. Of course, I will want a vibrant opposition so that we can all go into the 2028 with. But when I see a very weak opposition talking about things, you are apologizing to Ghanaians for what? No, tell us what you are apologizing for. Because every decision you took it for the betterment of Ghanaians. You did not wickedly do it. You knew why you did it. Why are you apologizing? Are you going around to tell Ghanaians, have you seen when we told you that this? Have you seen that this other political party, they are even doing worse? You are there apologizing. Their communication is a problem. So I'm not surprised that Global InfoAnalytics is giving them this. Just as I've said, the CPP and my party, we are not contesting. But if we contest, it's going to be a different ball game together. Because I will not accept, one thing about me is that I won't accept any case. And I'm not contesting just because I want to add to the numbers. I want to contest and win. And I think Ghana, just as you have invited us here, enough is enough. These two political parties have been alternating power between themselves since the inception of our democracy. And we are not seeing it. The time has come for Ghanaians to just trim their minds off them. Because how many years will you continue to give them chances for them to misuse the chances? How many years? Look at what is happening at Ayawaso East. Is this democracy? Democracy induced with money? Hey, you want the person to go to parliament to enact laws, to make sure that Ayawaso constituency, great laws are passed, the youth will benefit, then the people of the constituency will benefit. Then you take money for it. Then the person go to parliament. Instead of passing good laws, then he also takes money and do anything, and the effect comes back to you. I don't take I don't always buy with, align with those who says that, oh, if you don't take the money, they will go there and won't do anything. Then you change them. The electorate should know, under no condition, should you take money from someone to give your, to buy, allow someone to buy your vote. What you should do is to elect him. If he goes there and he's not doing the right thing, you have the ability to change him in 4 years' time. But what they are doing now, when they go, they don't think about us. If they don't think about you, change them. Don't take money and sell your vote to anyone.
Okay.
And so today we are expecting them to do the right thing. They do the needful.
Very well. Let me come to Nana Kusiana.
Honestly, first of all, let me just say that to some extent, when I listen to the polls, polls are here to give us some sort of insight as to what is expected, so that whoever can do what must be done. Just as, and it's not for us to accept the polls as final. And therefore, it is important that we all look at the total picture and the direction that the policies in this country is going. I feel saddened. I'm very sad as a Ghanaian mother, a Ghanaian woman, a Ghanaian that has really made contribution over the years as trying to help the youth in Ghana become better than it is today. One thing my sister said that I agree with her to some extent is the fact that when you accept, everything starts from the mind. Yeah. And when you accept your reality as it is, without questioning, and you accept numbers and what has been thrown at you as your lot, and you live to that, you sort of live to that expectation, it becomes who you are, and that becomes like a curse. But the truth of the matter is that today, with the discussion today about Ayawaso, I never thought, and I'm being honest, that we would have this by-election going on based on what came out, based on the fact that we know that the way politics has been monetized today, and when it becomes very clear that monies and items are being used to buy votes in the open, clearly, and we do not ban that, and we still go ahead with that election, then the whole country is a joke. We, all of us, especially those of you in the fourth estate who can make things happen, you saw what happened. Yet the person is going to win. To do what? No wonder we don't have a country that's working. The country can never work when legislature, when members of parliament have to pay to be there. Because the moment they do that, they must pay back whatever money they paid their electorates to vote for them. You don't see CPP there, not because we don't have people, not because we don't have ideas, not because we don't have policies and better policies, because of the monetization. And because we haven't been in power for so long, I am looking for the time that the Ghanaian youth, as we are rising up today, as you are becoming better, I'm looking for the time that you would realize that these two parties will take you nowhere. And it's so sad because even today, and this is the truth, I'm sorry, even within the media, you've been bought. Even within the media, there's no truth anywhere. Nobody can stand on their own and say that this is, because even the very people that we respected, I don't want to call names, by the time you realize they are for this party or for that party, I'm not saying that people shouldn't do politics, but can we have true people who really care about this country in the media so that they present the facts as they are? When you can clearly find, we have the laws, we have political parties, we have even the NDC themselves that came against what happened during the primaries. So what's the justification? What's the justification?
Well, they did an investigation into words, and then they found out that, well, the time, if they want to go back to doing the elections again, they don't have enough time.
No, but that's my point. So where is the corruption we are fighting? Who are we going to fight? Oral is going to come out there and give us numbers. Just add numbers. I mean, that was a very good thing. We want to tell you, anybody that has, in fact, I was so happy when Oral was set up. I'm being honest with you. Because where this country is going, until we get to a place where somebody, you'll be looking at your back because you don't even know who is watching, But as long as we don't question the parliamentarian who builds the house, we don't question the police officer who has just built a property, we don't question nothing. We don't question the properties in East Legon, who owns them. There's nothing, there's no data, there's no system. As long as we don't do that, and then your parents will rather look like like the gentleman said, simply because they are abiding by some principles that they believe in. As long as we have a country, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In other parts of the world, we talk about corruption, we think it's just like that. When you are a worker and you start riding a particular car, trust me, somebody's going to knock at your door. Somebody's going to investigate you. But it doesn't happen here. So when we hear about all these things and then we allow the person to go and win because we don't have the facts or the timelines and all that, and then because it is in our interest, then how do we come back tomorrow and say that there's something called aura? So bring names, which they will bring. It will go nowhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing is going to happen. At the end of the day, maybe one or two people would be shown there as scapegoats. That's all. But the system, the corruption itself, is the reason why you and I are in this country where we clearly know the truth and what must be done, and we can't do it. We know that nothing is going to happen unless there's production, unless we are self-reliant, unless we can have the Ghanaian youth working. Nothing is going to happen. Look at the sauna that came in. Beautiful. I was so impressed with some of them, okay? Today, you and I are happy. Me in particular, I'm very excited about the fact that the dollar is not...
It's doing, it's doing better.
Precisely. But the truth is that if we don't have a clear path of production and we continue the way we are, next year, at the same time, we'll be sitting here. This country is not going to get better. Some 50 people would enjoy. Maybe you might see infrastructure going on, but the Ghanaian will still be impoverished, will continue to be impoverished, like the way the farmer today is impoverished. The cocoa farmer has been impoverished since that time. It's been consistent. And today, we can see clearly that even though the government has given them almost 100%, almost 100% of their cocoa price, I'm telling you, look at your numbers. Me, I've worked my numbers. Almost 100% of the cocoa price has been given to the farmer. If you look at the numbers, yet it is not going to do nothing to that farmer. Because the problem is not just what we are doing. We must understand that if we don't put value, if we do not put value on the cocoa bean itself, so that and maybe even get away from the cocoa production and let the farmer produce what is currently can improve their lives, just as the Vietnamese is producing the rice that you and I consume. So, or the Brazilian is producing the sugar that you and I consume. It has nothing to do with some people sitting somewhere to determine the price of rice. You understand?
Yeah.
But we are producing something that we don't consume.
That's what the president said that they're on their way to do, because now we're on the runway. We're about to take.
That's my point. I mean, we are not talking about slogans, okay? I'm just talking about the fact that even if something so clear within that you and I can see with this corruption, we could not tackle it. Nobody's going to convince me.
Yoko is working on that. Some recoveries have been done. They mentioned some kinds.
No, but you saw the corruption at the Prime Minister today we are discussing.
Yep.
What was done? The story is the same excuses that came. Listen, youth of this nation, rise up. Gets up.
The CPP will do different?
CPP. You see, do you know why CPP, PMP, and all these other parties, especially the Nkrumahist parties, do you know why we have, some of us have stayed with it and we are still here? Because it is not necessarily every time that numbers mix it. Even policies. Because for me, if you gave me the entire NDC, or NPP as it is today, I'm not interested.
Really?
Absolutely.
If you can make a change, you will still not do it?
No. We are making a change. That's exactly my point.
Make the change without the CPP name.
No. You don't. How do you know? Life doesn't work that way. I'm talking about the structure as it is.
Yeah.
Clearly, if we have the chance to implement our policies, the human-centered policies, the welfare of the people, they're doing the very thing that is the best for the people, as we did before.
Yeah.
It is not something that it's not rhetoric. We have demonstrated that our plan is the best plan for development of the human being. Not just abandoning one airport and making it into a cemetery and bringing in an airport. That took so much money from us, and yet at the end of the day, we traveling. If I was going to Kumasi or Tamale in the morning, I couldn't even use the bathroom early morning because I'm afraid who is there. It's almost a cemetery. And for how many years now? It has been like that, and we are sitting here, and the money that was put into Terminal 3, somebody will tell you, someone was just saying, it was not government money. So the taxes that were taken to pay for that money, was it the best use of our time? Was it the best use of our money? No, absolutely. The CPP wouldn't do that. We would focus on you and your employment. You see the sonnet that was said, we read?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice presentation. I like the agriculture part. I like the part that we are trying to put so much energy on making sure that we are going to have production and focus on agriculture. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and I said, listen, this part's about a 24-hour economy. Beautiful concept, but 24-hour economy is as a result of, okay? It's as a result, it's not a preaching matter. Don't preach to me to hire more people. When I can't even pay the current people. I hire more people as a result of. So you want a 24-hour economy. Make sure that the farmer is not a peasant farmer. As long as that farmer is going to still use hoe and cutlass and produce the produce that you see today. Where is the marketplace that you are putting there? I was asking the gentleman. So the marketplace that we are going to put as one of the systems that we are going to use to implement the 24-hour economy. Yeah. It's like we have jumped the gun. That marketplace already is a market. The good news, I said, the good news I see here is the fact that, yes, some women will get stores. The shops. So I'm happy that a woman will have now her own shop that she can sit. Period.
The structure isn't what you're saying.
No.
There's some of the processes that have been jammed, and so making it possible is a problem.
Because we must think of the people. Where are all these youth in Accra, Kumasi, Doma, everywhere who are looking for jobs? Why are there jobs for them? The farmer himself has been impoverished. The cocoa bean that we gave the farmer, we couldn't pay them in December. They couldn't buy anything for their children in December. Their lives were miserable this holiday, okay? Because most of the farmers are not my age. They are in the age of 30, 35, where their children need shoe and a dress for Christmas. As we all got one when we were young. You understand? They couldn't provide it. They couldn't buy cloth for their wives. They couldn't go and do whatever needed to be done. And yet we are thinking of building markets. Me, when I heard the market, I thought maybe I didn't hear it well. I thought I didn't say the production center. If it's a production hub, beautiful. Marketplace. The same market. Somebody said because there will be banks will be there, and they will bring banks, and they will bring what do you call it, police station. I said So you have forgotten that the umbrella, the boy under the umbrella today is an extension of a bank. Go to the BOG. Go and read the policy there. That thing you see there, that you think is somebody sitting under a kiosk, an umbrella, you go and give the person, I do 20,000, 10,000, the Momo transaction. That is a bank. Because a bank now is technology. So everything you do there, apart from somebody getting your PIN and stealing your money, when you put the money there, it goes into your bank. You take money from your bank and you take it from there. A lot of people don't go to the banks anymore because that is the bank. Technology at the back end of that system makes it a bank. So the points I'm making here is this. We should stop playing games. We should stop the slogan and try and put the wealth that people are struggling. And I'm not sitting here. And so when we speak because we must make sure that the people with the numbers currently are doing the right thing and bringing the policies that will make changes in the lives of people. We can't sit there and say that because everybody, a two-party system is not even democracy. Two-party system becomes some sort of monopoly. You don't have a choice. The youth of this country don't have any choice. They are sort of homeless politicians, okay? They are just being stuck into an area. They either have to be here or there because they don't have to. We need to create choices for them. And one of the ways to do it is to come up, because smaller parties that you call them are the ones that come with the innovation. They're the ones that comes with the ideas.
Are they being strong enough? Is the PNP being strong enough? Is the CPP being, is the UP being strong enough?
No, when you talk about
almost strong, every time it ends up, they'll come and talk, then they go
back. But they're talking. You don't get my point.
But is it consistent? Are we seeing?
Haven't you seen us consistently here? Didn't you just talk about my sister joining MDC?
Yeah.
Why did she join MDC? Why didn't they go take anybody on the street? They took somebody who was representing a party that had ideas, that could speak, that could make points, that could challenge. And
the party couldn't retain the person, so the person can continue.
No.
To make
no. Ghana belongs to all of us.
Okay.
Understand that?
Yes, but that two parties are.
No. It is you, the youth, that today must understand that you have the intelligence enough. Nobody should come and tell you anything. You should understand that there's enough intelligence for you to know that NPP and NDC is taking you nowhere, and therefore there's so much room in CPP. Opening their doors, go in there, look at their policies and do what is right for you and your children. If you don't do that, you can't blame me after I have sat in the party and I realized that the party, I'm not getting enough numbers, and I jump to another party that has numbers. You can't blame me because people must move on with their lives. But some of us, we have already made sacrifices that we will not move on from where we are. Not because we think that we should die as puppets or anything, because we believe that I don't see nothing. I don't see anything I don't see the solution with the MPP. And I didn't see the solution then. I don't see the solution with the NDC. Even though I'm hoping they do better. Because if they do better, like I said, it's all for us. But
after 1 year, are you impressed? Let's even put Sona aside.
No. I told you, I'm very impressed with the dollar deficiency. I'm very impressed with the fact that we are strengthening the cities. Even that statement alone is very good. That it's not just chasing the dollar away, but it's going to strengthen.
Maintain it and all that. That.
I don't see the system here. What I see is a populist policies that is going to get numbers. I don't see what is going to affect you. Listen, whatever it is today, let me give you some short statistics here.
Okay, then wrap up.
About 90% of the Ghanaian youth is not under any government, has no obligation towards you. About 90%. All their policies, everything they do on a daily basis as to where they'll get money, where they'll put their money, where they won't put their money. 90% of you, the youth of this country, you are not part of that equation. We were not part of the equation when decisions were being made. Your uncle and aunties were not part of that equation either. The people who are part of it are the few, maybe the 5, less than the 10%, who are the public servants. The nurses, the teachers, the people who work in the ministries, those are the people that government worries about, because when they don't work, it affects them because they pay them. If my auntie is carrying her eggs and she falls into a gutter and all the 30 crates of eggs breaks, and so she can't get money, and the woman who gave her the eggs are following her, nothing will happen. She will only end up in a church, in a graduate's church. You know, I'm serious, because somebody would have to give her hope.
Yeah.
And somebody will have to tell her how she can pay that woman. There is no system, nothing that is saying that every Ghanaian youth of this age, you are entitled to this amount of money, and that you must get this so that you can live on with your life. That you finish university, whether somebody hires you or not, you can have the room to create jobs, and that you are not, and that the ideas that you learned in school, you can use it, and then maybe employ 10 or 20 people. There is no system like that. And until a government comes up, the way we CPP were coming up with their own and said there will be Ghana shares, every Ghanaian will be entitled to a certain amount of money, that you can use that money to create jobs, to hire people, whether you are in the village in Boko or you are in my village in Doma or in the center of Accra, it won't matter. Whether you are NPP, the colors will not make any difference. It is you being a Ghanaian. And so we reached there. Every other developed country has that. Every developed country. It is only in Ghana, and not only in Ghana, in Africa. They don't care about the people. They only care about a small percentage that gives them pressure. And you know, the sad part is that the donor firms and the international bodies, the multinationals, who come and give us numbers as to whether Ghana is doing well or not doing well, do not think about you. They only think about the numbers on paper. They don't think about the 90% of the people who make up the GDP who are not catered for. They don't have any insurance. They don't have any unemployment benefit. They don't have accommodation. The young boy who just got a job at Prime Joy Prime, who says that she needs to move around here, and now she has to find 15,000 to get a 2-year apartment. The policy says it can't be done, but then there's nothing to protect him. That is what has been going on. So my point here is simply this. When I saw what you were saying about smaller parties, I said, until we get it right, until we understand that when you talk about, we were not small parties before. CPP or CPP.
I mean,
from CPP, we became PMP. You understand? We're not small parties. The truth of the matter is that over the years, especially in this Fourth Republic, the welfare of people is no more the agenda of government anymore. It is how they get back to power. So when they see clear corruption, they can't even face it. Yet they'll come on stage and tell us that they are fighting corruption. You understand? So the contradiction is what you and I, and the disconnect between the words we say and what is on the ground is what you and I are experiencing. Until you and I get up to do something, nothing will happen.
Okay.
Nothing will happen.
Great. Janet, so she's touched on some of the issues with Sona and all that. I don't know which one you want to touch on. The president spoke about corruption and how they are dealing with it, how they've been able to send some vehicles that were stolen and all back, and all of that, what Yoko is doing and contribution to it as well. I don't know what you make of it.
Easy.
With the president,
you didn't have to come out that
with the president, Sona has now become like a repetitive, like what was said in 2025 was repeated in 2026. We don't get the work done. Like maybe the president came and said that these are the things that I have done. They are now working. Ghanaians are benefiting in 2025.
So he mentioned the jobs that some youth have gotten, about a million jobs.
Joy just fact.
Yes, the fact check showed that it's not a million. Yeah.
You see? So we expected the president to come out with facts and figures. That's what the people of Ghana was expecting the president to do. Look at the transportation issue. I don't know whether they have seen the transportation issue as a pandemic. You get up around 3 o'clock to prepare to go to work. You look for a car, you have to struggle to get a vehicle to go to work. Do you know that around 11 to 12 o'clock, Accra is still choked with traffic?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether the president is aware. By the time he finished his tenure of office, the hypertension cases Ghana will record will be out. I don't even know what to say. Because the traffic in town is so serious, so much so that we should have treated the transportation sector like a pandemic. How to be able to work things out to solve this situation. He said they have brought 100 cars. How is it even? Have they even tried to do an analysis to see the impact of these 100 cars in the distance? It's like throwing salt into a river. You see, this is a very big situation that the president should have looked at. Do you know what was more disappointing? Rent. Look, a rent. I had people coming to my website to tell me that we are sorry, we can't work for this anymore. I'm going back to Volta region. I'm going back to the north.
Pay rents here.
Because a rent, I was with my 3 children and my wife, and we were paying 1,700. The landlord has increased the rent to 4,500. I know that landlord. I know the house that they are talking about. I can't pay. So I asked myself, from 1,700 in 2024, you've raised the rent to 4,500. That's about 165%. And I quite remember in 2024, when the PMP came out with rent control, we published it, that was on Tuesday, that we came out that when a PMP government comes into place, we are going to come up with an initiative, rent control mechanism, to make sure that we look at rent, who is charging what are you providing, and blah, blah, blah. On Friday, the president kept it. The same thing that we came out and issued. He took that rent control and kept it on his Facebook page. That when I come as president, I will establish a rent control mechanism. President Mahama, go to the internet, it is there. So that day I came out and said, so you will even look for your own initiatives. You will wait for the PMP to come out with our initiative and you steal it from us and put it on your Facebook page. I said, it's okay. For as much as if I win or if you win, implement it. That's what the people of Ghana, they are looking for. Today, the president is not talking about rent. Rent that used to cost 200 Ghana cedis. I had a lady who came, she also stopped the work. He said, they've increased my rent to 500, the landlord, and says he's not going to. And she was a receptionist. So she stopped the work. All these things I'm talking is not any, I have facts and figures of the lady leaving the place and going back to Volta region. So at the Sona, what was he saying? Nothing. You look at the national health insurance. I'm a woman. When our children, go to hospital and they are not getting treatment because national health insurance is now cash and carry system, it's a problem to me. The whole of Ghana, there is no hospital that you will go they will take your national health insurance card, you see a doctor, you go and do labs, they give you medicine, then you go without payment. No hospital. President Mahama, the Minister for Health, they are aware of this. I have gone to Tema General Hospital, and the amount of money I went there to pay, even the day I was, the person was discharged, I paid about 3,000 something. Then you came and you are telling us that you have paid service providers. Then you heard the president, we now pay service providers early. Hospitals now get their money early. So that is what is important to you. What about the patients? Are they getting the needed results as to your NHIS card? No. But the president did not care about how the citizens who voted for him were faring. He was talking about service providers. And that was so disheartening to me. You know, he spoke about how he has provided 720,000 beds to 12 districts, 13,000 farmers in 12 districts. Why? We have 261 districts in Ghana, and you chose 12. Is there any district that they are not, we don't have poultry farmers?
But can you say that's progressive? You're looking at not being able to do all at a time, but you progressively doing it bit by bit?
No. We want to know why the first choice of the 12 districts.
Okay. What decision went into those 12?
Because we, I don't understand whether President Mahama is aware that we employed him. You are our employee. We pay you at the end of the month. You owe us transparency and accountability. Whatever you have to do, you have to tell us. Today, you just heard about how he said he provided 1 million jobs. It came out that it wasn't true. He never provided any 1 million jobs.
Well,
so
many things. Not to the million that was.
No.
It was around 700 and something, based on the fact checks that came out. And so it was not. Yes, if you even look at it from another angle, when you make the divisions and all that, you are hitting around 660. Based on what he said. But it was not the 1 million as it was.
Why did he say 1 million?
Yes.
You provide 600, then you come out to tell people that it's one. Even that 600, I still think that we should do more fact checking. Because maybe they are putting things, who are they? Which departments employed them? Who were they before they were employed? Do you understand? Because I don't always want to just take things like that. Oh, it was 600,000. Where were they employed? Who employed them? Did they advertise for the employment? Were there fairness in the picking of those people? We need to look at all these things because Ghana is not for the NDC. Ghana is for Ghanaians. So jobs are supposed to be given to Ghanaians, not party members who are not even qualified. Do you understand? So even the 600 people, I will want us to go into it to see how many of them were qualified to get those jobs. Now, our national health insurance offices, our NAPCO and those things are given to party members who are not qualified. Majority of them, you see the last time I said, Ghana is losing a lot of money as a result of fake certificates. Do you know that first degree, second degree holders, do you know the number? Do you know that when we want to do quantitative analysis at the end of the day, almost 40% of these people holding on to these certificates are fake certificate holders. No school gave them the certificate. They use typewriters to print their own certificates. And yet they are drawing money from the national coffers. And as a president, are you not supposed to be worried about that? When I wrote my petition, the people told me that GTEC.
Okay.
GTEC told me that even the European Union have written the same thing. I was surprised that myself and the European Union are looking at Ghana in a way that when we do things, it will cut off the number of people that we have employed. People are having certificates. Even GTEC told me that in their own office, a lady came there and was holding a fake edition. He was having
for
a job. And then after they tried to do analysis to see whether she was qualified or not, they saw that she was having a fake certificate. So they kept quiet and called the police to come and arrest her. She ran away. Somebody gave her the hint and she ran away. So people are not even scared to go to GTEC with
fake original certificates.
Fake certificates. Neither to think of all the ministries and all the other places we are seeing. So the reason why Ghana is paying people so much is because we have a lot of fake certificate holders and people who have not even gone to school, but they are political party members that because their party is in power, they decide to push all jobs to them and those who suffered to go to school are now wallowing in abject poverty. And I see this as unfair. When the president came and was speaking at Asana, I never heard him mention anything about how we can be able to strengthen our institutions by weeding out these people, because they are not contributing anything to the national coffers, but they are withdrawing from us. So at Asana, the truth is that he spoke nicely and beautifully. Two things I like about what he said. He said two things that I liked about the national service military training. I think it was a very good idea, and I must congratulate the NDC for trying to implement it. And they also spoke about establishing passport offices across the 16 regions, which was also very marvelous. These are some of the things that we want to see. Okudiato-Ablakwa, he's doing well, apart from he not being diplomatic. Because of him, now we have problems with US and other things. We used to be partners. Thanks be to Okudiato-Ablakwa and the way he wants to say he's a socialist and things. Said people, you don't put them at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Because if you're a socialist and you are those, how do they call it, those socialist people who believe in socialism or whatever it is. So you don't go to
more diplomacy.
Yeah. Look for people who are diplomatic. I was thinking that they will put, is it Joyce Bauer? Okay. That was the one I was thinking they would have kept there. It's always good to put women at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I don't think Okudiato is the best candidate we should have there, because he's going to cause more and more problems. You see that this Iran Israel-US war, people are on their dissing, begging him, don't say anything. Why should we be now coaching him? Is he a child? People are scared. They're saying that don't say anything. Do you think if it were to be Joyce Bauer there, we will be doing all these things? So to me, President Mahama, do reshuffling, remove Honorable Okudiato.
You think reshuffling is due?
And create a Ministry of Socialism and those things, and put him over there. And then put another person.
Oh boy. If you just joined us here, this is Newsflash. It's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise and Coa Natural Fruit Juice. I've got Janet here. She's the flag bearer for PNP. I've also had Nana Kushia also joining me this morning as well. She's also the presidential candidate for the CPP party, and the two of them believe strongly that women should be given that space to operate, and I believe so too. I mean, I stand by that. I also want to believe that you also have your own thoughts on that. You can send it to WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp line is active. You can send it over there. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can also send your messages. I'll get time and read most of your messages. But Yawasu is by-election is ongoing right now. As we speak, I'm not too sure if it has started, but it was supposed to have started around 7. When we spoke to our correspondent, it hasn't started yet. Where he was, there were not even signs of people coming to vote in the first place. But we're hoping that as it's, progresses, it gets better, so we'll be able to get all the update that we need for you. This March, don't forget that the Joy Ghana Month celebration is going to get even much better, and you want to get ready. Joy Prime is presenting to you the Ghana Fest. It's from Friday 20th to Saturday the 21st of March, and it's going to be unforgettable. 2 days of culture, music, fashion, food, business exhibitions, and non-stop entertainment all in one place. Live music performance, cultural displays, made in Ghana exhibition, family fun activities, exciting giveaways, and the venue is going to be the Junction Mall. That's where we're all going to meet him. So please do welcome through. Let's have a great time together. Don't forget, it's on Friday the 20th to the 21st of March 2026, and it's going to start in the morning till evening. So please do come through at 8 o'clock in the morning to late in the evening, and it's happening at the Achimota Mall. That's where we are going. Call and WhatsApp us if you want to be a part of it. 053 100 3813, and you can secure your vendor space as well by calling that number. Whether you love great music, amazing food, fashion, or just even good vibes, Ghana Fest 2026 is for you. Big Chef Season 5 is coming. We're calling for auditions. It's Ghana's biggest kids cooking reality show, and it's back. Big Chef Junior is here again, bigger, tastier, and even more exciting than ever. This is the show where young talent showcase creativity, confidence, and culture, and one delicious dish at a time. Watch simple ingredients turn into amazing culinary masterpieces and see big dreams come true. If you're between 8 to 12 years old and you've got passion for cooking, your personality is about cooking good food in the kitchen, you don't need to be a perfect one, but just come through and let's have a great time together, all right? Just enter a 1-minute video of yourself cooking in your kitchen, you know, any meal of your choice, and send it to our WhatsApp, 055-157-5757. The deadline is on the 20th of March, 2026. Please get your apron. Get ready to be the best and the Big Chef Junior Star. Big Chef, good meals, spy kits. Distinguished women, please give me a few minutes to interact with our viewers as well. Read a few comments and then we'll come back to continue our conversation this morning. And let me see what we have here. This one is coming from Meshach. Meshach in Amasaman says that the farmer in Ivory Coast is now given an amount of 1,200. Okay, no, let me go to this one. This one says, good morning, my dear KMJ. Sometimes it's very worrying, sad, and at the same time wasting to listen to Janet. If she does not understand the importance of polls, then what is she doing in our political space? Every good politician needs polls at any point in time. And I tell Janet that Musa Dankwa is undoubtedly the best in Africa, political spider in Kentampo. She doesn't say that it's not. She says that she doesn't believe in it. She doesn't accept it. When those polls come out, you understand? Yes, the polls can go ahead, but she doesn't actually accept the findings of most of these polls. That's what she's trying to say. Good morning, KMJ. I want to use this medium to urge the good people of Ayawaso East constituency to vote massively for Baba Ali Yusuf. He represents the epitome of a leader, and with humility, resilience, and courage. He has been with them for long, and he understands their plight and will work to resolve their challenges. That's Abdul Razak in Tamale. All right, let me go to this one over here. It says that, good morning, I am Okaina from Mantama in Sine West. When the NDC was in opposition, they said global conflicts had no impact on Ghana. Today in government, they are blaming US, Israel, Iran tensions. Leadership must be consistent, not convenient. Baba Jamal called Dr. Baumia a fake Muslim for going to churches. Now he's doing the same and even accepted a traditional title during Ramadan. If that makes someone fake, then is he not also fake? All right. Good morning to you. I firmly believe that if we declare Galamsey a crime against the humanity, treating it as a felony or first-degree murder, Ghanaians would have desisted from this act long ago. Foreigners would never have dared to involve themselves, and we would not be mourning the tragic loss of that mother, her 3 children, and the many other citizens stolen from us by these illegal activities. It is time for the law to match the gravity of blood on our soil. Aaron Babako Komisa in Latabio Koshe is sent in that one as well. Let me go to the side and see. But Master Planner is there, and it says, Honorable Janet is always on top of issues. It is always a pleasure listening to her. Keep up the good work, dear sis. Honorable Baba Ali Yusuf is the best candidate to lead the people of Ayawaso East constituency. Let us vote for him for better representation. Happy birthday to Alasan Yakubu, aka Asko. God bless you abundantly, bro. Enjoy your day. That's Master Planner. Akonsi Gariba is in Tamale. It says, good morning, KMJ. The 2 women in your studio are more honest than the NDC as an entity. One, how can President Mahama share 720 beds to 13,000 Ghanaians? How can anybody with some level of honesty say that 2,500 per bag of cocoa is better than 3,600 Ghana cedis per bag of cocoa? Unfortunately, some Ghanaians have become praised singers, and the NDC administration is taking everybody for granted, and sooner or later the realities would hit Ghanaians harder. My regards to Alaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Let me go to the next one over here. Says, good morning. Please tell Janet to educate we those watching you instead of trying to attack the president. What is she doing about this grand old party that is in tatters today and under President Mahama? If she cares to know, is under control. Please tell her to stop contradicting herself and educate we those watching your program. Kudos, Madam, to Madam Kuma for her brilliant submissions, Chairman. Alabode Williams sent in that. Some people actually sent in this one, and it says that when you throw a ball to the wall, it will definitely bounce back to you, which tells you karma is real. Did I hear that President Mahama is saying that the Iran-US fight will affect our economy? Look, Ghanaians don't want to hear that from him, or because Ghana is very, very far away from these two countries. As and as he stated in the Sudan, that Ghanaian's economy now is very well stabilized. Meanwhile, the training teachers, nurses are on the street demanding their unpaid salaries. For 11 months, electricity and water bills have increased by 28%. Cocoa farmers are still not being paid. So where is the so-called economic stability during COVID-19 pandemic? The Ukraine-Russia war is on everybody's mind. Let us wait and see. Regards to Abdullah Sela, the next Eastern Regional Nasara coordinators. Someone says Sakoye. Okay, some shout outs also there. This one says that your station is advertising the NEC on election day. Oh, is it? We're just talking about issues. Is that not what we're doing? Alas, as I say, from Zeri Central says, good morning to everyone, especially the good people of Ayawaso East constituency. Let me use this opportunity to urge you all to vote massively for Honorable Baba Jamal to win this by-election, as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will still need your support in Parliament to continue the reset agenda for this great country, and not to remind you the economic mess and pain that we have all gone through under the era of NPP and the painful haircut Nana Akufo-Addo and Ken Ofori-Atta have given to pensioners when he has the opportunity to do better, to better the lives of his age mates. That regime is not how to govern, and let's say no to them forever. Okay, let me see if we've got a few others, but I'll come back and do some of the other messages that will come through. But this morning, if you just join us here on the show, this is News Flash, and it's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise and also Koa Natural Fruit Juice. A big thank you to these brands for making it happen. I've got Janet over here. I've got Anakosia also here this morning as well. And we're looking at the issue of the Ayawaso East by-elections. We're going to be bringing you some updates on that, as well as some of the things that we want to see. Now, I don't know if it's okay to call them smaller parties or minor parties or other parties. Does that work? Minority parties. Okay. Okay, minority parties. But let's look at the contribution that, you know, these other parties also bring to the table. I mean, of course, you've said all the things that you want to say about how these parties are supposed to be getting the numbers to be able to also make the impact that they have to, you know, make as far as development is concerned. Do you think that a unified front, not by way of merging the parties, but by way of all of you coming together and issue a direct statement in terms of how you want this country run by these two parties that seem to have monopolized the entire situation, is sometime maybe a way to go? Because your ideas are great. All the ideas that you bring together are all great. Can we put a certain communicate together and see how best we can, you know, once united, use this to change the narrative?
It's a good thing to look at. I think it's a nice direction to look at. I think we should be doing that.
Yes, because more trust me, the kind of ideas that you, the CPP, the PNP, even the UP actually has. Brilliant. Yes. If you remember, during the campaigns and all of that, the UP party, then Dafa Frantor, brought their manifesto. Incredible things they want to do. You have incredible things you want to do, the same as the PNP. Can we have, you know, that direction that, okay, you know what, let's push this in the throat of these people. Even when they take a few of them, like she said, and they're able to implement it well, all the better. If we get a chance that we come in holistically as ours, we're pushing ahead.
Perfectly. I think it's a direction to look at. The reason why I'm saying that is that most of the innovations that have really come into these two parties have come from minority parties. Okay, even if you listen to what my sister was saying here, clearly, and for CBP, I know that when Indum was there, we're focusing on free education because that's what we had before. this thing about health. So all these things have come from minority parties. So it is important that if we come together as minority parties, especially after an election, to push the ideas and make sure that the party in power implements them.
If we have to even demonstrate every now and then.
Yes, to have them. Because for me, as we are talking today, I saw somebody here, I don't know where he was, the impression though, but if people, we are not here to do, I don't want to do protest politics, where I just come to protest against NPP or NDC. I want to do something productive politics that really would help the Ghanaian improve their lives. Because we don't want to know how many wrongs that MPP did and how many, just oppose that to what is happening
it's
today.
Always been the case.
Yes, it's always been the case when we bring them here. Even though it's important because we need to understand, they need to make it clear to their electorate. But for me, what is important is that after the SONA and after the 24-hour economy, the 24-hour project that is established, which I think is a good one, I want the government to understand that the market that they are trying to do is good, but it's only going to add more, It's only going to add more to our borrowing, for that matter. Or if it's internally generated money, it's money that should not be put into the marketplace. It's money that should be brought in to alleviate the farmer from having to use hoe and cutlass. In fact, we should be ashamed as a nation that as we sit here today in this 20-something century, you and I eat our banku, fufu, and pc, everything else, through somebody taking a hoe and cutlass and going to farm. That's how you consume. And that the whole entire cocoa that we are fighting over is based on hoe and cutlass. We should be ashamed, especially within this Fourth Republic, when we can put on airport and like the Terminal 3 and do all this major infrastructure by foreigners. Look at us today. If we don't take care, I've seen the approach of a champion's approach trying to do what my father was even one of the leaders of Operation Feed Yourself. It's been named differently, so it's good. But today, where we sit, we don't need Operation Feed Yourself. I don't need to I don't need to stand my, what do you call it?
Your backyard into farm.
Yes, like the way we did when we were young. We were so proud. Everything in my house was turned into farm. Okay, we don't need to do that. You know why? Technology has gotten to the point where that same 1 acre can produce 1,000 times what it was producing before, based on technology. The farmers, like I'm saying, has become more impoverished. Let's focus on that. How do we bring mechanized farming? How do we bring equipment, simple, not complicated ones, so that the farmer now can plow, the farmer doesn't have to hoe, the farmer can now plant, the farmer can now harvest, and then with technology, put that system in a place so that the young person who is coming out of school, who has come out of school, who has no job, you put money there, can now take that one and produce into more. So that hub should be a production hub. Whatever they are producing there, if they were producing 10 bags of 20,000 bags of what do you call it? Wheat. No, the other one, not the wheat, the maize, and the one that we use for the millet. Okay. The millet. Let them produce 100,000 bags based on the technology. So then the farmer's life now has improved. Then let me, the youth. No, I'm saying youth because I love youth, okay? Let me, the youth, and all of us here, myself included, let us now, with that information online, knowing that there's going to be 20,000 bags of maize available within the next period. Now there's funds here, so I can now produce the millet drink, the millet yogurt, the millet whatever, for consumption and for export. give me that funding. You don't have the money. We know how to get the funding. You don't need to go as a nation, as a federal state. There's a system and a structure that can be put in place. Champon did the same thing. So production should be our watchword now. Every home should become a production center. Every place, everybody should be producing something. That is where we should be going. And the production should be based on we empowering the farmer to produce as much produce as possible. That's why I said under CPP, we call it agro, so that no farmer would plant and have to worry about selling. Government must take that responsibility from the farmer. If you plant, you don't sell. We are the ones that will pay you. And by that saying, that say, if there's going to be any rot, let it rot in the hands of the government
instead of the individual.
Absolutely. Okay. And with that policy alone, there will be employment across the nation, and that is what the champion did.
Okay. Now,
so if you did that one,
give me a minute. I'll come back to you. Forgive me. Let me go to our so we've got some updates over there for viewers as well. And Stephen Mensah is at the Roman Catholic School in Yawasu East. Stephen, good morning. How are you doing?
Here in this polling station, I'd want to get closer to Koku Anidohu and pick his thoughts on what he makes of the whole electoral process so far, and what his impressions are so far.
Hello, Chief. Let me call you back.
Good morning and welcome to Joy News. Good morning, welcome to Joy News. We see you are here. We've noticed. What are your impressions of the election so far?
Well, I've been here since 6 o'clock as an accredited observer from the Electoral Commission, and I'm excited. I'm happy about what I've seen so far. I came through the Kawukudi Junction stretch, and once I started driving in, the first thing that caught my attention was the heavy police presence, both in vehicles and by foot. You could see the police were hitting the ground and deploying into the nooks and crannies. And by the time I got here to the St. Kisito Catholic Church, which is, of course, this is the headquarters, because this is where final collation will take place, and the EC will officially declare the results sometime later in the day or at dawn tomorrow. And I'm happy. As we say technically, the EC, which is the EMB, the election management body, of course, on top of its job. When I got here, the material, the personnel already deployed. They had set up in good time. And of course, one of the cardinal things in election observation is the positioning of the voting booth. One of the cardinal rules is that it must be positioned in such a way that the voter can vote in private. Then the ballot box also must be positioned in an open place where the voter puts the ballot paper in the full glare of the public. And I think that these basic things are standing tall as far as the EMB is concerned. And as we see, officials are properly attired. And of course, you, the media, it's interesting, the heavy presence of media houses here, which is also good, because then you will give accurate reportage as opposed to others who sit elsewhere. They are not on the ground, but will be all disinformation and misinformation. So I think I'm happy about what I'm seeing so far.
One of the main concerns will be the issue of gifts given for these elections. Is this something we should be worried about?
I think we crossed that bridge vis-a-vis the primaries. Somebody tried to stop the process in court yesterday based on the same thing, believing that there was heavy inducement. The court in its wisdom decided that no, let the process continue. Now, as we speak, within this arena, I'm not too sure who is going to be able to walk in here and attempt to induce voters here. Now, if something happens outside this arena, in conclaves, in covens, in enclaves, and I don't see, I'm unable to speak to that. And I'm not going to really go looking for such things. That's not why I'm here. If by chance I come across, it's fine. But, and I think that's what the media should be interested in. Don't go too much on the periphery. Let's stay on the solid ground and positives. Of course, if you chance upon anything negative, why not? But I believe that today, let's not make that the main issue. So yes, of course, our brothers, Muslims are in Ramadan, Christians were in a period of Lent. It's all about fasting and prayers, and so people will break fast, and people will help people break fast. And if that happens, for me, it's more about family and camaraderie, more than inducement to buy food. Of course, I'm not saying, yes, when the primaries happen, we all saw the motorbikes and the TV. Yes, that one we all agree that we must be able to pipe down on that. But for today, I'm not too sure how we'll be able to pick details about such vote buying.
What do you make of the whole arrangements, the arrangements prior to these elections and currently the arrangements for these elections? What's going on currently?
Like I said, as an experienced person myself, having been in this business for close to 3 decades, as an active participant myself over a long period, then now both as an international ECOWAS elections observer and as a local observer here, I am happy with what I'm seeing. Like I said earlier on, the election management body, the electoral commission, now I have to be accredited. And this is also key, that the EC is not stepping down its accreditation processes because it's a by-election. And so kudos to the EC. So they are still focused. Now they gave me 2 of these. So this is for the general monitoring. Then there's another one which allows me entry into the coalition center. So it means that the EC is on top of what it is doing, even though it's a by-election. And for me as an observer, those are the things that is the technical things that I look out for, that the EC is not asleep because it's a by-election. So it means the EC is very much awake. And so it means that only accredited people will be able to enter the coalition center, which is good. So then the police is able to monitor who are coming. So we don't get any agents provocateurs walking in there, misconducting themselves and creating confusion. So that's a plus for the EC as the EMB. Then, of course, like I said, the voting material came on time. Voting processes started here on time, and I believe that elsewhere it started on time. The candidates or the contestants have their agents, all over the place. So that's on the side of the EC. Then the security side is the heavy police presence. And if you know, and I'm sure you know, that the ones we see in uniform, there are more of them who are not in uniform. You are aware. So nobody should take it for granted.
Some of these by-elections have been characterized by violence.
Yes. But Abelokuma not one, and I think Ayawasu West Wogon in times past. But first of all, people get embarrassed. Even if you don't get punished by law, you get embarrassed. Because in this day and age, if I walk in here and I'm misbehaving, social media, 2 minutes, I'm out there. The embarrassment is mine, first of all. The disgrace is mine, first of all. Then the people who will now be calling for punishment. So I don't want to believe that people, well, of course, you have miscreants in society, you have deviants. If that's what they want to do today, to mar the electoral process, I can assure them that between you, the media, between us, observers, and of course, the security services will not allow any such thing to happen. No. Let's finish this thing properly, nicely, and just clear today and move on. That's it. And I think so. So, yeah, anything we see which is wrong, we will speak. Between you, the media, us observers, and the police. So if somebody wants to be a hero, quote and unquote, on a day like this, because there are people who think all different ways, that's their own business. But when you end up behind bars, don't expect anybody to cry for you. And so I am happy with what is going on so far. So I've done a bit of it. So I'm now going to move into Nima proper, then hit the Mamobi stretch and a bit of the Roman Ridge area, and then I'm around the constituency. Like I said, I have accreditation for the coaching center as well.
Okay.
I believe that we will meet at that point and then observe that process as well.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
So that was Koko Anidowu, and for this time, he is wearing the hat of an election observer. And for now, this is what we can report. The election is ongoing here at the Roman Catholic School. Process is underway. You see 3 polling stations here in this center. 1 Roman Catholic School 1, Roman Catholic School 2, and Roman Catholic School 3. 169 people voting in Roman Catholic School 1, 190 people voting in Roman Catholic School 2, and 223 so far voting in 223 people voting in Roman Catholic School 3. So far, about 10 people voting so far over here.
All right, so that's Stephen in Yawaso East elections this morning. Anidowu also speaking on the issues, and even the issue of we're having that conversation here in the studio. I'm sure maybe we'll touch on that briefly. The Ablikmanov line, incident also coming up as well, and how they intend to use that to ensure that we don't experience any of that in this elections. And by elections in this country, even as far back as going to Yawaso East Wogun and all of those things, have happened to the St. George issue and all of those things, It's as if that we don't really punish people who engage in some of these things. And myself and my guests in the studio were having a conversation with regards to some of these things. I don't know. You are very, very livid about the way we go about these things, as well as Janet. And for me, I have a problem with the kind of response Anidowu gave. You can't say that embarrassment or disgrace is enough punishment for somebody who, perpetrates such incidents like this in elections. I don't think that should be the case. Absolutely. How do you say the disgrace and embarrassment?
Maybe he has to come in and explain what he means by that. I think he's trying to say that the person will be on
the internet and embarrassed, disgraced. How is that a punitive measure?
If that is enough deterrent, then we have a problem. I just wanted to ask today, what happened to the flying man?
Yeah, Ablikmanov.
Yes.
With Howard Kumsin's situation.
Every time I see that image, I skip a heartbeat. What happened? What happened to that man? He flew like a bird.
Yeah.
And just hit a woman. The woman fell down. Another stepped on her. I think it's about time until we get grips of ourselves. We should just forget this by-elections for now. It's getting us nowhere. If today, after what we saw at the primaries, feely, and nothing could be done, and this gentleman is likely to win and get to parliament, there's no need for by-elections. And so we get our structures and the systems and institutions working.
Yeah.
Working to the point where people can be held responsible, accountable, probity, and accountability. Yeah. If we can't probe people to the point where the citizens that saw these things like the same way he's saying that people get embarrassed. We saw what happened. If that is not enough and the person can pass through the system and still be winning by something, 70-something percent. You understand?
Yeah.
It will be, when it's done, it's going to be around that. Even if it's 50-60%, it's still a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
We are only saying that indeed, if you don't have money, don't even think about politics. When our priestly lady, that's the particular lady, every day I think of that woman, I just get so sad. What's her name?
The one that was involved in the incident?
No, some other lady, that young lady, one of the very, very intelligent women of this country. Hammer, is it Hammer?
Vicky Hammer.
Oh, Victoria Hammer.
She just vanished from the system. That girl, you should talk to her personally and know who she is.
I think she did a PhD a couple of weeks ago. She graduated.
Just because she made a statement. A statement. She didn't take no bribe, nothing.
The 1 million, if I have 1 million.
If that is the amount, it looks like that's the amount of money that is needed to be able to do election. And today she's been proving wrong because you need more than 1 million. I'm sure this kind of, the monies that were distributed before the primaries and monies that will be distributed today has passed that amount. Yet today she's not here. And this person is going to parliament. Me, I will not accept that. I don't care whether the person is my son or my husband. It doesn't matter. We are running a nation and we can't be doing lip service. We know Ghana and no country is going to go nowhere with this level of corruption. The disregard to people. It is not even, we all, as for corruption, people are going to do it. And when you are caught red-handed, you must face the law. And doesn't mean put the person in jail. But at least suspend this one. You couldn't suspend it. What's he talking about? That there will be embarrassment. Embarrassment, when the embarrassment become a deterrent? You get embarrassed, it becomes a deterrent. When the society you live in sees that as an embarrassment, it is only spoken to today and it's vanished tomorrow. It doesn't become anything. So moving forward, I just want us to look at not even worrying about by-elections in this country. It's a waste of time, waste of our money, and a pretense that we all have to put down. Somebody won that election and came to parliament. The person before he even won most likely did primaries. Somebody in his party got the next number. Give it to that person. Let it become that party issue. Give it to that person. We shouldn't waste our time. We shouldn't expect people to die. We shouldn't expect people to be incapacitated or anything when they have been elected. So between that period, I think until we have our institutions working, we shouldn't add more things, anything that we can cut off from blatant corruption like this as we see, we should stop it. It's true though, the only thing about corruption in this case is that at least that woman, the women who got the qualified, I saw them say, yes, I'm fine tomorrow, yes, I'm fine, so at least when you're
the only reward.
When you're more, but I didn't never for 1 week. Yes, I can come.
Let me have your take on that as well.
Whilst he was talking, I was looking at it like women in politics and the hell we pass through on a daily basis without people seeing. I talk about our political parties. You are in a meeting and a guy can get up just and then slap you, and the party will say that don't wash your dirty linen in public. Then they make it a party case and try to cool tempers down. These issues, they are hurting a whole lot of women because a lot of women don't want to get involved in politics. Talking about the name calling, as for the name calling is done publicly. Immediately you become a politician. To me, I don't know the number of insults I've not gotten about. And you know it's that word. I said, come on. I have been in this political game for some time now. Those words, they don't scare me anymore. The men that you are following, let's say that it's true that I'm doing those evil things. You think those men, they have done worse things. We think a man has the right to be a womanizer and I don't have the right to do those things.
Absolutely.
Oh, your politicians, which of them can you classify as holy? If they are capable of doing what you think they are doing, no? Me too, I'm capable of doing it as a woman. And you have no right to come out to question me. So talking about whatever was happening, I don't think...
Okay, Jen, give me 1 minute. Let me go to Iowa's way again. Fatao is there. Fatao. Hello.
Voters. 500 voters. Yeah. Thank you very much. So, just had the EC official say that about 500 voters are expected to vote this morning here or today at this particular polling station. But let me engage some of the agents. This gentleman here is representing Omar Sanda. Thank you very much. You are live on Joy News. How has the process been for you observing it so far?
I think so far so good. As you can see, the environment is very clean. Everything is ongoing just as expected. So what I can say is that there's not been any ups and downs so far. Everything is going on smoothly as you can bear witness to it yourself.
But your candidate is competing with, the NDC's candidate and that of the NPP's candidate. These are formidable people, well known within this particular area. Do you think that your candidate has a chance?
We believe in possibility. We believe everything is possible. There is always a first try in everything. You just have to take the step and then leave the rest to God. So, Amadi, he has been in this for quite a long time, so he knows the ins and outs of politics. So he thought that the best thing he has to do now is just give it a shot. It's not about you having the name, it's about the impact you are having on the youth and also the environment. So I believe yes, something can happen. We can cause a big surprise.
There's so much controversy surrounding your candidate. In fact, even the NDC chairman said that he's been expelled from the NDC because he's decided to go as an independent candidate instead of throwing his support behind the NDC's candidate. How did you receive this particular statement from the NDC's chairman?
Well, I cannot really comment much on this because I don't really know what really transpired. But then talking about Saikin, I don't know about that one, so I don't think I can really comment on that. But he's the one saying it, so the best person to, I think, ask is my candidate and not myself, because he knows what is going in and out, he knows what really transpired. And then as the chairman is saying, for me, I don't know, so I don't think I can really comment much on that one.
Thank you very much. So that's one of the agents here at the Kanda Basic School A polling station. There are also other agents here representing the NDC and then the NPP, but they wouldn't like to talk to us as of now. But the process, it's ongoing here at the polling station A. The one other person has just come to cast her ballot here at this particular polling station. And if you look around, you see a number of police officers stationed here to ensure that there's order, to ensure that the election ends peacefully. So in fact, I spoke to some of them who told me that they are here to ensure that they man the various polling stations strongly and ensure that everything is done rightly. So MFA, that's been the situation here at this particular polling station. A lot of things would unfold as the time goes by or passes by, and we'll bring you all the updates that you would want to know, all the blow-by-blow accounts as far as this particular election is concerned.
All right, so that's Fatawa in Kanda cluster, giving us some update on what's happening over there with regards to the by-election and also East as well. Let me get back to you to continue.
So I was just talking about the difficulties women face in politics and how we usually manage to come out looking all that unconcerned. But when you go back, you can still hear the words being encoded, how you were being treated in a meeting that you thought that they should have helped you, that they should have stood in for you, that you did not get. You see, when this that thing happened, you saw a lot of men coming out to castigate her. How many of those men try to even support Vicky Hammer? How many? We have a lot of men who have committed worse atrocities, and they are still with the NDC. Working with the NDC, being given ministerial positions. And Vicky Hammer made a statement, and today she's being penalized for it. The last time I heard that even she herself should not even try to even get a position from the party because she knows that she getting a position from the party will harm the party. I said, what? For how many tangible reasons? Today, look at the Ayawasu by-election. Whom are you going to vote for? Is it Baba Jamal? When Baba Jamal wins this election and goes to parliament, that indictment will be with the NDC forever. Because we know how he managed to get to parliament. And because of this guy, he's going to spoil the entire parliament. Other outsiders will now look at our parliament house as an institution whereby even, permit me to say, armed robbers can rob money and be able to beat their way through. And the people of Ayawasu East, I will never respect any of them if I see Baba Jamal emerging as a winner. Because if you, as a constituency, can sit down and allow few of your party members to pick someone of this nature, and then you all come together to vote for him, it means you are like that. That's who you are. And I wouldn't want to be even coming nearer to a constituency of that decent nature if I see that the problem is not even the one at the top, but it is a grassroots problem. Then talking about integrity and morality, we have a problem with the Ayawaso East the whole constituency. So today I expect them to do the needful. Just as my sister said, the second runner-up was the lady. They could have just picked the lady and told Baba Jamal that we don't have time.
Misconducted yourself.
So we are not dealing with you as a political party. We will not deal with you. And then Baba Jamal will do what? He will destroy all of you because you said that. You refuse and you are bringing him. Look, you are not seeing what is going to happen in future with Baba Jamal in our parliament. He is going to destroy everything. Because of
how
this.
Is that? How is that
you see, the Transparency International, they did a report. They came up with a report about this corruption perception index.
Yeah.
And they said that Ghana moved from 42 to 43. And they said it wasn't because of what Mahama did. That the reason why we moved from 42 to 43 was because a lot of countries performed worse. And that moved us. Because when you look at Oral came in to deal with corruption issues. But they also saw something, that the Chief Justice was removed, other public servants were being scrutinized by the party and other things. And so the corruption, you would think they are fighting corruption, but they are not fighting it. According to the corruption, Transparency International report. So this Baba Jamal issue is going to add to the Transparency International report, and they won't get anywhere. When it comes to corruption, you wait and see the next report that will come in 2027. You will say that I told you so, because they will level Baba Jamal's stand into the Transparency report and will make sure that wherever we are going, they move us backwards because of it. So to me, we have done a great disservice to this country. We've been talking about how to fight corruption, and then you saw someone who committed a crime red-handed, and you ask the person to go because there is no time. There's no time for what? The Constitution asks you, when you look at the Constitution of Ghana, it says that any time government is going to appoint people, they should make sure that they don't pick men more than women. Even appointments. Yeah. You, President Mahama, you appointed 16% of...
do a 30%.
Yes. You appointed 16%. Ministers, you appointed 16% of women. Did you forget about the Directive Principles of State Policy, Article 36(6)(b)? Is it not in the Constitution, but you violated it? So since you can violate a whole Constitution, what prevents you from violating it for good turns? We always talk about positive discrimination. This would have been a positive one because we don't even follow the Constitution at the first place. So when I hear people say that, oh, the Constitution says this, I wanted to do it, but you don't even do what the Constitution asks you to do. So if you can violate the Constitution, what prevents you from... Today, the truth is that all the candidates, I think that any of them can win. The only person...
Beyond the misconduct of Baba Jamal, in terms of performance, you think you'll be able to make some impact if he has...
In Parliament? No. He's not going to make any impact. What impact do you think Ghanaians... God said we should tell the truth. What impact can Baba Jamal make in the Parliament of Ghana?
The people said that he's done that.
You see how those people are thinking. That's why I'm saying that if we want to fight corruption, don't start from the politician. It is the grassroots people who are corrupt. You see those people who are saying that Baba Jamal has been doing well, no? Yeah. If we arrest them and lock them, we will be doing a great service to this country. These are where corruption, they are the starting point of corruption.
They experience him.
And do you know have they asked Baba Jamal where he got the money to be doing those things to them that
he's been around for a while.
Been a while for what? No, we have been a while in politics for some time now. And we don't have the money. No, what business is Baba Jamal doing? Let's go into the business. And do you know what they are saying? That he said when he comes comes, he's going to construct their roads for them. Is that the work of the MP to do constructions of roads?
Well, they'll ask him to do it.
No.
Even though it's not mandatory.
No. So
as a member of parliament,
you are going there.
Want him to do it because that's the understanding.
And you know the reason why they want Baba Jamal? These are people who don't care where you got your money from. That is why I'm saying that if I become a president of Ghana, I won't even mind politicians. The grassroots. By the time I finish with them, Ghana will be a better place.
You'll be dealing with them?
They are those who are causing corruption. If I hear you on television telling us that a corrupt person, he did this and this, I just let them arrest you, and then I will let you confess. Oh, I said that because of my own selfish nature. Now they are sending me to jail. Next time, don't do that, because you can fall in as a victim. Today, I'm going to jail because of me supporting a corrupt person. The corrupt person has not been arrested, but you the one. Yeah. By doing so, we are now building a country towards where it will become corruption-free. These people, especially the electorate, they are the people that make politicians corrupt. Because if I become a politician, an MP, and I'll get up in the morning and see people line up around my house, they want to marry. They are looking for money to give to their pregnant women who are going for antenatal. Then after they give birth to the child, I take care of the child education. When the child is looking for a job, I look for a job for the child and And then after getting a job and going to marry, I'm the same person. So what are your family doing? Do you get what I'm saying? So these people are not voting for MPs because they want Ghana. They love Nima. They are voting for the MP so that he can continue to extend a hand of help to pay their children's school fees, help them with so many things that has nothing to do with Ghana, but it is based on their personal sentiments and whims and caprices. To this, I think that Ghana, we are fighting a loose battle. Whenever we come in and we bring this oral thing and it's about politicians, he's told this and he's told that, but you've not even understood why politicians are stealing. It is people from the grassroots who causes politicians to steal. Because of the pressure on you, you can't sleep in the night. And you want to also do so that anytime you see electors supporting a particular candidate, go behind it and check. When I went there, he was able to help me. When I passed here, he did this. If you are not able to do some of these things, forget it. You see? And before they vote for you, you should give them money. And then you should still have money so that when they need it in the future, you can give. These are their best candidates. If you are able to have a small message, a small campaign message, and you have the money to give them today and can give them tomorrow, then they pick you as a best candidate and sing praises about you, and they don't care where you got your money from. So not caring where the particular candidate get their money from is one of the things that is bringing this country down. Because
there have been a system in place where candidates or ministers and MPs are supposed to declare their assets before they get into office. Some people who did not go according to what the president wanted them to do were punished. Their salaries, some of their salaries were taken by the president and all that. You think it's not a good way to
people don't understand why I'm hard on President Mahama. I'm hard on him because I saw a man who was coming with policies to redeem this country.
He hasn't done that yet.
When I saw that, when I saw that his main aim was not to redeem, but to do politics, that was when I washed my hands off.
That's what he's doing right now?
The first time I heard about declaration of assets, when he said he was doing resetting, I expected him to say that, I'm not going to follow your normal routine whereby you come that the constitution says that you write your things and seal it and give it to the person. The person is not supposed to open it. I was thinking that President Mahama would say that open it. Auditor General, go with OSP or another to the field to go and check. Because if you tell me that
the appointees.
Oh my God, how many are they? How many are they? Go and check. Is it true that I, President Mahama, I have this? Do I have this? Did I pay for it? After that, they will release it in the national decision. We have done it. These are people who lie that they have this, they were not having it. Do you know that some people write things, even though they don't have them, with the anticipation that when I come to power, I will steal money and buy it, and then I will tell them that I already wrote it because they didn't open it, and they have no right to open it. Do you understand? So a president who needed this country to run in the right direction would have dealt with this, because that is where our problem lies. He should have said, I won't do the normal thing. Resetting is not doing the normal thing. It's doing the abnormal. Open door, all those who have written. But what he did, what is it that he has done? So these are the political tricks that I saw that President Mahama was doing, and I said, I don't do that. I'm a Christian, not just a Christian, a practicing Christian. The reason why I went to politics is because I love the people of Ghana. I have used, when I was doing national service, I used my national service money to feed people that I see that they were having difficulties. Why was I doing that? I have never been in government before. I help people. Even ever since I became a politician, the Gambaga elderly women there, I go there to give them things. Why do I do that? I do that because the vulnerable in society should never be taken advantage of. If you are a politician and you have no compassion, you can't be a politician. So I thought that politics was a calling whereby people who love people comes together to make sure that this country works. When I saw that, no, people who go into politics are usually even more criminal than Atayi. They are, no, please. Some people who go into politics, some of them are more criminal than Atayi, and their main aim is to get, not to give. I said, no, this is not politics. And you know something? I have already told people that anyone who is in politics to gain, may the God we serve expose them. When you try to steal, thinking you are covering yourself, may He open the eyes of people to see you. Because no one asks you to come into public service. Majority of people who come into politics to steal money, after they have stolen their money, they can't spend it. They die. They get diseases and sicknesses and they die. You know why? You have no right to pick what is meant for everyone as your own. You don't have that right. If they know what money is, when you are in a position, you fear money.
Okay.
Don't fear the devil, fear money, because that money that you have seen and you are amassing is that money that will send you to your grave and now put you in hell at the end of the day. So to me, as politicians, let's be truthful. And I'm not seeing it in the NDC. And President Mahama, whom I had my hopes on, I finally saw that, no, he's not dead.
Okay, we have to be going. I don't know. Let me go to Nana Christian too.
Wonderful. Glad you gave me the opportunity. I've listened to my sister, and I can understand her sentiments. I can understand the level of, let me say, the frustration. I feel it's because I understand where it's coming from. Even what he said about the IRSO group of the people, that if they should vote for this gentleman now, what's his name? He would have she has a problem with them and all that. My only thing here, just wrapping up and finishing this discussion, is that, you see, that is why we need leaders. Leaders who would have a vision. First of all, they must see what they want to see in the next 10, 20 years for their people. Just as we have vision for our children. We sacrifice, take them to school, do everything because we want them to be able, when they've grown up, to become responsible adults and be able to live a life that they can take care of themselves and even you, their parent, and their children. When we have a society that we have ignored a strong part of the people, a strong part of them, as we have done, please, to the extent where these people in this society cannot take care of themselves. There is no provision, and I mean this, for me, this is my passion. There is no provision for a strong part, a certain percentage of the Ghanaian. Everything, more than 50-something% of our revenue goes to less than 10% of the population in terms of their payments. That percentage, until the day they get up to request, we will still be living in this mediocrity where poverty becomes part of our lives. We have ignored the farmer. He's still a peasant hoe and cutlass farmer. There is no production. Indeed, the Ghanaian petty trader, the Ghanaian has been a petty trader all our lives. Now the Ghanaian petty trader is even at the risk of these foreigners who have come and brought their factories. They used to do factories and the petty person would go to Togo and other places and go and buy them and sell. So they were making something. Now, the Ghanaian petty trader is now competing with the factory owner in China, who can now bring in every community a Chinese. And the worst part of it is technology has made it that now I sit in my home and I'm buying directly from China. So all these things about you can't come and sell, own a retail center, it's not necessary anymore. I have the retail here. It's called Timu or whatever the name is. You can buy anything from China in your room. And so everybody is buying. And now the petty trader is more getting every day impoverished. So they'll be lining up at your door, asking for the rice and sugar and the school fees, and it is not their fault. In a way, it is part of the reason why. But it is because they don't have any income. And whatever they are making is not enough. Until we look at the holistic approach and put the development of the people at the center of our decisions and make corruption unattractive, so that, as was said before, the only people that will enter politics are the people who believe that they want to help the nation and sacrifice for service to their people. If it's for you to make money, you must go to private sector. If we don't do that now, if you want to make money, the easiest, fastest rate is not even more. Before, it used to be going to become a pastor. Now it's just entering politics. Because once your party gets into power, you are done. Yeah. From head to toe, you are done. That is not how a nation is built. So I agree that the electorates must be more vigilant and sensitive, but we've reduced them to the situation where they must survive on us giving them.
They don't have a choice.
They don't have a choice. So now that cycle is what we see called Ghana. That cycle is Ghana. And so the Ghanaian youth, those of you who have a little, the illiterates who have gotten the opportunity to study and go to school, at least even if it's to the tertiary, those of you must get up. You must find a way of saying no. And the way to do it is to join the Convention People's Party. And I'm saying this with all the seriousness. You must join Osagyefo party. If you won't join us, at least join my sister. Okay. You must join the Convention People's Party. We have our doors open and come and let's put the human being, the welfare of people at the center of development. Okay. Not this politics of slogans, not this politics of popularism, not this politics of just trying to make people know that we are there. Okay. This direction, I am sad, is taking us nowhere. As a people.
Right. Very well. Thank you very much. I'm grateful to you for joining us this morning here on the show. Nana Akusua from Pon Sapon as the presidential candidate.
Sapon Kuman.
Oh, Sapon Kuman. Okay. I love that name, by the way. I have a friend at Sister Station who is also known by that name, Kuman.
Yes. What's the meaning of Kuman?
Oh, it's a good question. Kuman. I mean, like, you see, the name, we are bold. I don't mean make it.
Thank you so much, Nana. I appreciate you. Janet Asana Nabla also join us, flag bearer for PM. I hope I got the Nabla right.
That is the woman.
Okay. What's the meaning of yours too?
After giving birth to twins, the next person is terrier.
So you're a terrier.
I'm a twin myself, but my dad was also after giving birth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a twin.
Let me bust your bubble. I know women.
You a twin?
Okay, we'll talk about that. Anyway. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming through this morning here on News Flash. And also, a big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise still for his Papa Path here. And a big thank you to Kowa Natural Fruit Juice also. A very, very interesting, day for you. If you want to grab yourself one, please do well and grab yourself one. And also, let me remind you, on the 2nd to the 5th of April, there's something special that will be happening in Gomoa Central, and it's all about the Gomoa Street, Gomoa Central Carnival. It's the biggest carnival that we want to be a part of, and Honorable A+, Kwame Asarabing, is putting this together. It's actually chaired by the one and only Albert Kwabena Jumfo, the president of GAJ. We are all moving to Gomoa Central. It's going to be activity driven by lot of things that we want to be a part of, from music to arts to everything. I mean, artists performing and all that. We'll be giving you more updates on that, but it's on the 2nd to the 5th. So mark your calendars for the 2nd to the 5th of April. It's all going to be interesting. So please do well and be a part of it. Let's go to Ayawaso East. There's a conversation with Baba Jamal, the aspirant for that, elections. And then once we're done, we'll get some more other things coming here on the show. Do stay. Jamal over there in your shot. He's got all the reporters wanting to get some interview from him. I'm not too sure whether he just arrived, but from all indications, it looks like he's very excited about the process so far, and we'll see if we're able to get a sound. We'll see what he has to say in terms of the process for today. So this is, I'm trying to see, so this is the Roman Catholic School, Ayawaso. Roman Catholic School. I'm sure that should be where he's supposed to be voting as well, and we'll see if we're able to get some soundbite from our reporters on the ground. So currently, more than 40,000 voters are supposed to be electing a member of parliament for Ayawaso East by elections. Remember that this election is happening because the sitting candidates for that particular constituency passed on. And I think we'll have a sound now. So let's take a listen to Papa Jamal.
Sleeping by now. So I'm sure from midday it will come out. Don't worry.
Are you okay with the security arrangement?
No, this is my first place. I'm here to go around. So let me see what will happen. Let me go other places and see what will happen. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so that's the Honorable Baba Jamal in granting interviews to the press at the Roman Catholic where he's supposed to, I'm sure he's supposed to be voting and all that. So yes, we're going to keep updated, on this very issue. And as and when we get it, we'll also bring it to you. So, our correspondents are all over the place and they'll be helping us get all the updates that we're supposed to get with regards to the Ayawaso East by elections. Once again, let me remind you, from the 2nd to the 5th of April, Gomoa Ekwam Krom will come alive, and it's all about the Gomoa Easter Carnival, the Gomoa Easter Carnival. It's a Gomoa Central Grand Carnival that is a 4-day national cultural entertainment and lifestyle festival which is staged over the Easter weekend in Gomoa Central constituency. Don't forget that the carnival blends heritage, royalty, street culture, music, visual arts, tourism, and brand activation into one destination experience. It's going to have artists like Samini, Kwabena of Riamponsa, KK Fosu, Dada Hafko, Bisa, Kofi T, Bless, Kwampa. We have Sakodi, Kofi Kinato, Brafo, Kwakese, Keche, Ochame, Kwame, Sister Fia Tiny. We have Shatawale, Kwame Eugene, Amra, Donero X, Sefa, VVIP. All of these artists will be there from the 2nd to the 5th of April, and you don't want to miss out. We're taking almost every artist that matters here in this country to Gomwa Central. So Gomwa Central will definitely come alive. If you want to also be a partner or sponsor, you can get in touch. Just go on the Facebook page and type Gomwa Central Easter Carnival. You're definitely going to be able to talk to those who are in charge, and you'll make it happen. So this is under the auspices of the Honorable Member of Parliament for Gomwa Central, the one and only A+, Kwame Asare Obeng, and the carnival is chaired by the man Albert Kwabena June 4.